Hello, and thank you for your interest in the University of Maryland's Masters of Library and Information Science, or MLIS program. My name is Joe Sharon. I am the MLIS program coordinator. In this presentation, I will walk you through some of our program information, talking about our students, our program, faculty, and then getting a bit into the curriculum and application cycles. We typically have between 300 and 350 students enrolled in our program. About 10% take their classes exclusively on campus, about 30% exclusively online as part of the online program. The remaining 60% take courses in both formats. As you would gather from this, students in our program can earn their degree online, in person, or even through a combination of both formats. Students sometimes change their mind and switch formats or combine formats. We don't have restrictions when it comes to taking courses online or in person at the program level. Sometimes it comes down to the instructor's availability, whether they're teaching it on campus or online. Our American Library Association accredited program overall is ranked number 3 by peer assessment on US News and World Report. Some of our focus areas also come with accolades. For instance, our school library use specializations are all in the top 5 in the US. One of the benefits of our location near Washington, D.C. is we have faculty and adjunct faculty who have extensive experience from the field in a number of different types of institution and institutions of different scale. Additionally, the D.C. area has a number of internships and field study sites that our students work with. So let's have a second to talk about our faculty. This is just a small group of our faculty and adjunct faculty. All told, we have about 50 instructors who regularly teach in our program as full-time tenured faculty, professional faculty, or adjuncts. So what do our faculty instruct you on? Your MLIS degree will typically be comprised of 12 courses. There are 4 core courses, a field study experience or a thesis if you elect to do so, and 7 electives. Although if you do take on the thesis option, one of your electives will be a dedicated research course. With your electives, you craft a career or topic-focused MLIS degree unique to your skills, experiences, and career goals. We offer 7 distinct focus areas that students can use to guide their degree through electives. These focus areas aren't reflected on your transcripts or diplomas, but are structured to provide you routes to navigate the program, geared more towards your specific interests and desired career outcomes. For your core courses, you have to take one of them, INST 600, Foundations for Librarians and Information Professionals, within your first semester. We guarantee a seat for all incoming students in a section of INST 600. This Foundations course is like a holistic introduction to information professions, offering some vision of the future direction so our MLIS students leave the course with an understanding of the nature and function of the profession. Another of our core courses is LBSC 602, Serving Information Needs. This is an introduction to the skills necessary to interact directly with folks through user behavior theory, locating and evaluating print and electronic resources, and policies and procedures to ensure that everybody can become information literate. We also have Achieving Organizational Excellence, in which we discuss the principles, practices, and techniques required for effective leadership and management. It's essentially our leadership course. And finally, we have the life cycle of information. It is an introduction to methods used to create, acquire, organize, manage, and preserve information. So organizations or systems like libraries, databases, and other repositories are explored. It's essentially our core technical skills course. Our program currently offers the following focus areas: archives and digital curation, diversity and inclusion, school library certification, youth experience, intelligence and analytics, legal informatics. And that last focus area not pictured is the individualized program plan, in which students can choose one or more focus areas to pick electives that suit their experience or particular interests. With only one exception, students don't necessarily need to stick to a firm track of electives. That one exception is our school library focus area, because that focus area results in a specific credential within the Maryland State Department of Education. Students participating in the school library's focus area have a prescribed set of electives that must be completed in order to be eligible for certification as a school librarian through the state of Maryland. On the whole, our students often take electives from one or more of these focus areas, and your focus area can change as their interests change. And your MLIS can be an exploration of the field as much as it is preparation for a specific job or career. We also provide detailed career guides to all of our current students to help you better understand and prepare for the career you want. In some possible classes, that would help in getting you there based on the learning outcomes and objectives set forth by professional networks, including our accrediting body, the American Library Association, the Society of American Archivists, and the Maryland Library Association. At the program and college level, we have a few career resources available for our enrolled students. One of these resources is career guides. Currently, we have career guides on archives, public librarianship, academic librarianship, K-12 librarian media, law librarianship, museum and cultural institutions, youth services, and even PhD candidacy. On these guides, which are available to all of our enrolled students, we have outlined sample job titles to assist in job searches, links to additional resources like professional organizations, blogs, and other media, some of the skills that would also come in handy for these careers, and courses that students can take to help refine their career interests. We also have additional career resources available in the form of the University Career Center Liaison, dedicated directly to the Info College. This has added significant development in our career advising. This director provides one-on-one advising appointments to go over interview skills like mock interviews and career options, career programming, and other events throughout the academic year. Something that sets us apart is our tenet of experiential learning. The field study experience is another opportunity to explore a career, gain professional experience, and even get your foot in the door at an institution of your interest. This is a short list of institutions that our students have completed their field studies at. We also have a database of contacts with about 120 entries on it that our students have worked with. Our students are also completing remote field studies, in-person field studies, or hybrid field studies, but ultimately that is dependent upon the arrangement you as a student make with the host institution. Students with 2 years professional full-time experience are able to waive the field study requirement if they choose to. If a student does receive a field study waiver, they do have to take an additional elective to make up the 3 credits. However, more information about that field study waiver can be found in the current MLIS Student Handbook, which is available on the program's website. The MLIS program offers a number of unique opportunities to expand your course of study. We have a dual degree program called the Hills Dual Degree, the History and Library Science program. This program allows students to graduate with both an MLIS and an MA in History. Students usually complete the 54 required credits in just about 3 years. Please note that although the MLIS can be completed fully online, this dual degree program can only be completed on campus since there are in-person requirements for the history degree. The Hills program also only accepts applications for the fall semester start. We also have a school library certification as part of our degree of study. One of our distinct focus areas in which students gain their MLIS degree and school library certification in the state of Maryland. I mentioned this just a little bit ago. We do try to track these students, so we ask folks to formally declare their intentions to pursue the school library track. Students participating in the school library's focus area have a prescribed set of electives that must be completed in order to be eligible for certification as a school librarian through the state of Maryland. This certification is also valid in any state with a reciprocity agreement, like Virginia, for example, also Washington, D.C. Those reciprocity agreements are typically subject to an application and clearing process, which is done by the state's Department of Education. Another co-curricular program is the MSMC, or Museum Scholarship and Material Culture Certificate. This is a unique experience for MLIS students who are interested in cultural heritage, requiring 12 credits, some of which may already be covered by MLIS coursework, like the required practicum for the certificate can count as a field study requirement for the MLIS. This program augments graduate coursework with the MLIS, with research topics from American Studies, Anthropology and Archaeology, Historic Preservation, and the History departments. So you're taking classes with folks outside of the college too. You also work on a capstone project within an area museum or archive. Overall, it's good experience for folks who are interested in getting into cultural heritage research and supplementing their archives work with subject matter expertise. So, where do our MLIS grads end up working? Some of our graduates have gone on to work in the same institutions they complete a field study at. Here are some institutions that our MLIS grads have worked at recently. You may notice a few of these institutions where grads work include academic libraries, archives, or special collections. They also worked in government libraries or other government agencies. Many folks have said that they have been able to apply the skills they've learned in this program in terms of writing and research and reference work to a wide variety of professional tracks and jobs. Students come into the program with a number of different backgrounds and find ways to apply their prior experiences and the skills they developed during the MLIS studies to any number of professional contexts. Culture-wise, we have a very active student archivist group, which you can see here, the Student Archivist of Maryland. You might also find research centers like MIDA, the Maryland Initiative for Digital Accessibility, or CAFE, the Center for Archival Futures repeatedly, or even the Maryland Institute for Technology and the Humanities. We've also found that the local DC and Maryland Special Libraries Association and Maryland Library Association chapter of the ALA are very active. They offer events and mentoring for students and new professionals. We are also reestablishing our student chapter of the ALA as well, so there'll be plenty of ways to get engaged, stay involved in the field. The MLIS program doesn't have a set or preferred undergraduate degree. You could come in with almost any educational background and find a program of study that closely aligns with your values and your interests. The MLIS program accepts applications for both fall and spring entry. The spring admissions deadline is during the fall, typically in mid-September. That is for the MLIS program only. Our fall admissions deadline for both domestic and international applicants is typically in early January. That January application deadline is for the Hills program as well. Since the history program only has one admission cycle, we only do one Hills admission cycle for the fall. When you apply to the Hills program, you're applying to both the MLIS and history program at the same time on one application. So you don't have to do separate applications for both programs. Students do have to be accepted by both programs to be accepted into the dual history degree program. If an applicant is accepted by one program but not the other, they do have the option to attend that one program without filling out another application or reapplying at a later date. You just have to say you're interested in that option on the application itself. Master's programs tend to be self-funded. While we accept many highly qualified students, the program is unable to offer individual scholarships or blanket assistantships upon acceptance, and are able to offer a very limited number of teaching assistantships each year. As a student, though, there are some opportunities. The Info College does have scholarships students can apply for. We also encourage students to pursue external funding opportunities, including a number of professional associations who have scholarships available, like the American Library Association. Society of American Archivists also have scholarships available. Regarding assistantships, which are available to all of our current students, they come with a couple of perks, including tuition remission, a paid stipend, and health benefits. They can be research, teaching, or administrative, and are offered in offices across campus. In the past years, about a third of our students were able to find assistantships somewhere on campus. Students find these jobs and other hourly employment once they have enrolled in our program and arrive on campus. The best resource to find them and learn about current opportunities would be the jobs board for the university on Workday. Overall, about 45% of our students are working full-time. 40%, and I'm including undergraduate assistantships in this figure, are working part-time. So working full-time and attending part-time with summer classes is a viable track for completing your MLIS with us. Currently, more than half of our students are taking classes on a part-time basis. While you're on the program's homepage, do take advantage of reviewing our curriculum resources, our frequently asked questions, and more in-depth information about our admissions policies. You're also welcome to email the program at mlisprogram@umd.edu, and we can answer questions and share resources through there as well. Thank you again for your interest in the program. We hope to talk with you soon.